Have you been considering a couples trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, but you're on the fence about whether or not you'll enjoy it? Well, let me help you out. Go ahead and book that trip. We recently went on a couples trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and we had so much fun. So today I am sharing some ideas for a couples getaway to Gatlinburg, Tennessee that you are sure to love. Let's talk about it. Hey, I am Cherith Fluker. Welcome back to the channel. Around here, I love helping busy women be unapologetic about putting themselves first. But today we're going to talk about a couples trip or some couples self-care. I want to share with you the things that we did that made our couples getaway to Gatlinburg, Tennessee so much fun. Let's go. So first, let's talk about where we stayed. We actually booked through Laurel Chalets, and we absolutely loved our chalet. We were kind of wanting to have that feel of a chalet, but we didn't want to have to drive up into the steep mountains. If you've ever visited before, you know sometimes they can get a little steep and a little high. We just didn't want to do that. So we were able to select a chalet that was close to town. So we kind of got that, cabin feel, but we didn't have to sacrifice time driving up the mountains in order to get to our accommodation. So that was really nice. It was really close to town. I will put a link down below to the chalet that we stayed in. It was technically walking distance to the strip. If you wanted to walk, you definitely could. We chose not to because there were not really sidewalks from the chalet to downtown. So we just selected to go ahead and drive just to be on the safe side, but it definitely was walking distance if you're someone who wanted to do that. We really enjoyed it. It was a newer chalet or either newly remodeled. I'm not sure how long it had been there, but it was very nice. So again, like I said, I'll link down below for it. The one that we stayed in actually had 2 king-size bedrooms with bathrooms inside, and there was an additional bathroom outside of the bedrooms too. That made it very convenient for us. We enjoyed it very much. Everything was up to date and comfortable, and we really enjoyed it. So I definitely highly recommend booking through Mountain Laurel Chalets and finding one that you that will accommodate you and your party size. If you're going, with another couple, or if you are planning to go alone, there are definitely all different sizes. We saw lots of different sizes on the website when we were looking. So go ahead and definitely check them out. So now for some fun things to do. The first thing that you can do is to browse some local gift shops. There are so many unique shops with people who have custom made items for you to purchase, or if you don't want to purchase something, to just look at some of the craftsmanship at some of the things that they have in the shops. It's very, very fun to just kind of browse around the local shops and see people who are making things, using their God-given talents and abilities to be able to make things for you to use in your home or to display in your home or whatever it is. There were t-shirts, and there was clay models of things. There were signs. There were all types of, jewelry and other things. You could get unique things that you like made to order just for you, candles and all kinds of fun things. Next is to enjoy some live music. There were lots of restaurants that advertised live music. There were also opportunities for you to listen to music while you were walking along the strip. So if you are someone who enjoys live music, if you just want to kind of sit outside and enjoy live music, there were lots of opportunities for that there in Gatlinburg. You can check out the arts and crafts community. We did not get an opportunity to do that, but it was definitely on our agenda. Again, we were there for 4 days and just ran out of time to do all of the things that we wanted to do. But definitely that means that we have to plan our next trip because there are so many things that I wanted to get done. Arts and crafts community, it's an 8-mile loop where you will find craftsmen that have so many unique items. You can also find eateries, bed and breakfast, and lots of fun things on that loop. Again, we didn't get an opportunity to go, but we did look at a brochure, and it's definitely on our to-do list for the next time that we are in the area. Next is ride a mountain coaster. How much fun would it be if you are a coaster kind of person? These mountain coasters are a one-of-a-kind experience. We unfortunately did not get a chance to do that because the day that we had planned to ride the mountain coaster, it was raining, so the mountain coaster was closed at that time, but it looked like so much fun, and we were definitely ready to jump on and experience that, but we did not get a chance to do that. It looked like so much fun, and I would recommend that you try it out if you are someone who is adventurous. The next thing, we had so much fun. Probably, if I had to ask everybody that was on the trip, it was probably a fan fave for everyone, and that is the moonshine tasting. If you like moonshine, or if you've never tasted moonshine, go do a moonshine tasting. And I won't even say that it was the moonshine that was so much fun. It was the bartenders that made it so much fun. We had a great time just laughing. You know, he was very much a jokester and got us all involved in the actual tasting experience. It was nice to be able, we were on a VIP tour. Thank you so much to Sugarlands Distilling Company for the VIP experience. We had so much fun. It was nice to be able to go to the distillery to actually see how the moonshine is made. Such a cool experience to be able to see how it goes from, you know, corn to moonshine. It was very nice. Our tour guide was very knowledgeable and answered all the questions that we had. It was real nice to see that. But we spent a lot of time there. Actually, after we toured the distillery, then we just went ahead and did a tasting, which was so much fun. And then we went back to the tasting room, had some drinks. We had so much fun. We just kind of sat outside and just, you know, did some people watching and just kind of chilled. It was a lot of fun. You could plan a couple's picnic. There are a lot of areas. You know that the Great Smoky Mountains are home to so many picturesque views and so much scenery that you can just kind of take in with your partner. So it would be nice to plan a picnic. There are lots of great restaurants where you can maybe take something to go, or, you know, even pack your own lunch and find somewhere, one of the parks or some other areas where you can go just kind of camp out for a bit and enjoy your meal, and just maybe by one of the streams where you could just kind of hear the water going by, or however you want to do it. But there are lots of places for you to be able to plan a perfect couples picnic. Next, you can tour Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. If you love aquariums, this is a very nice aquarium. We had a lot of fun there too. Lots of sea creatures to see. We had a lot of fun there, just kind of walking around. It was nice to get in out of the heat a little bit because we were there in May, so there was it was a little warm there, but it was nice to be able to get inside for just a little bit and enjoy some of the sea creatures. It was fun. You can take a scenic drive. Like I said earlier, the Great Smoky Mountains is home to some of the most amazing views. So you can just, you know, hop in the car on some of the scenic routes to be able to see, you know, wildlife and just nature and enjoy. You know, you may run into like some waterfalls or other things. I can only imagine. We were there in the spring and everything was nice and green and beautiful, but I can only imagine how picturesque it must be in the fall. So we definitely want to plan another trip back in the fall when the leaves have changed and just enjoy some of the beautiful scenes that you can see there in the Smokies. Next, and let me reiterate that you can zip line your way through the Smokies. So I was all game, had pumped myself up to go zip lining through the Smokies, but then when I got there, I changed my mind. It looked like so much fun, but I just could not get up enough nerve to do it. Maybe next trip, but that looked like something fun. Everybody that we saw that was doing the zip line, they were all, I don't know if those were happy screams or scary screams, but I did not build up enough nerve to do it. But that's something that you can do in the Smoky Mountains. Next, you can explore the heart of downtown Gatlinburg. Downtown Gatlinburg is full of so many different things, just a lot of things. I don't even know how to describe it. There's restaurants, there's shops, there's eateries, there's candy shops, I don't know, there was so much stuff. And I know that we missed some things because we got tired. We were walking up and down the strip and kind of going into some of the places that weren't as crowded. But y'all, there is so much to do. So you can definitely spend a whole day just exploring the heart of downtown Gatlinburg. And speaking of eating, I'm going to shift gears now to talk about what to eat in Gatlinburg. We had some delicious meals while we were there, and I wanted to share some of our faves. The number one, for sure, our most favorite new, can't go back to Gatlinburg without going there, is the Greenbrier. If you have not been to the Greenbrier in Gatlinburg, treat yourself, y'all. It was so delicious. Now, I will tell you, it is a little bit pricey. It's probably on the higher end when it comes to food in Gatlinburg, but we enjoyed it. So if you're there on a couples trip, celebrating a special occasion, or just want to splurge a little bit, definitely check out the Greenbrier. It was really cool. It was a scenic ride up to the Greenbrier. When we got there, it was really different. It definitely had that mountain vibe, but it was really cool, and the views were great, the food was great, the service was great. It was so good. And we happened to be there on a Thursday. And on Thursday nights, I'm not sure if they do that year round, but when we were there, they did a free wine tasting. And so we were able to taste some wines while we were waiting on our table to be ready. So that was nice too. But we definitely enjoyed it. They have this bread that is a cross between cornbread and, I don't know, you gotta taste it. It was so good. We enjoyed it so much. My husband had a steak. I had a steak as well. I also had a crab cake, and it was delicious, y'all. It was really good. The food was served fresh. Our server was so attentive. It was just really good. We enjoyed our experience so much. So if you are in Gatlinburg and you're looking for a special place to go, make sure that you visit the Greenbrier. Next, we had breakfast at Flapjack's Pancake Cabin, and y'all, there were like 10 zillion of those. Like, there were so many, like, it was crazy. We saw probably seriously no fewer than like 5 or 6 as we were going up the strip from Pigeon Forge, or actually from Sevierville all the way to Gatlinburg. We passed by numerous Flapjack's Pancakes, so we were like, we should probably check this out. It was decent. If you are a pancake fan, you know, you might enjoy it. Will I say that it is a place that you gotta go to? I mean, we enjoyed it. And would I go back? Yeah, I would. It wasn't terrible. Next favorite was Chesapeake's. If you like seafood, Chesapeake's is called a seafood and raw bar. That's a mouthful, but raw. It's called a seafood and raw bar. It was good. There we had a really good seat. We were right there on the river, and we were able to have a river view while we were dining. We enjoyed that place a lot. The atmosphere there was nice too. So if you are looking, they actually fly their seafood in fresh daily. So it's like flown in. So it's crazy that you're getting fresh seafood in the mountains. But again, that's because they have their seafood flown in fresh daily. So if you're a seafood fan, you definitely want to check out Chesapeake's. And another place that I want to mention, it was not on our agenda of things to do. The guys actually picked this place out while they were waiting on us to pick them up. We had gotten separated because I can't remember why we got separated, but we were driving to pick them up, and they found this spot where they wanted to get dinner. And it was Luigi's Pizza, and it was surprisingly very good. So I love that it was not a place that we had originally picked to go to, but it ended up being one of our best meals. We enjoyed it very much. We had calzones, and we also had wings, and I can't remember what else we had, but everything was really good. It was really fresh, very like homemade. It was definitely not like your chain pizzas. We enjoyed it very much. Definitely would go back if we were going back to Gatlinburg. So definitely check it out if you are a pizza fan. It's called Luigi's Pizza. So all in all, Gatlinburg was definitely a fun experience for us. We did a lot while we were on the trip. I actually wrote a whole blog post about it that I will link down below. We did so much more than I was able to talk about. I'll probably do videos where I will talk about each of these things individually to give you more details about these places that we went. We also went to Dollywood and Pigeon Forge, and we had a great time there as well. So if you are a theme park person, you definitely want to check out Dollywood. It was probably one of the cleanest parks. No, it was not probably. It was one of the cleanest parks that I've ever been to, and it was so family friendly. Lots of good things to eat there and lots of fun rides. So if that is something that you're interested in, you would definitely want to check that place out too. I also wrote a whole blog post on our experience there at Dollywood, so check down below. I will link that blog post there as well. We, again, had a great time. So if you are on the fence about whether or not Gatlinburg, Tennessee is a place that you want to go for your next couples getaway, let me tell you, you will enjoy it. I know I've left something out because there was so much going on in those 4 days that we were there. We had so much fun, but I know that I captured some of the details in the blog post, so just go ahead ahead and make sure that you check it out there. If you need other ideas for self-care, make sure to check out this video right here where I talk about more suggestions for self-care. Remember, self-care is not just about taking care of you, but the people around you, the relationships that you're in, anything that is going to help to make you a better you, help you to be in the best place, help you to be the best you that you can be. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.